Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 62 of Direwolf20's Age of Engineering series. Today, I would like to get a big reactor going. So, we've got a lot of things to do. Redstone Flux Power Tap, we definitely want one of those. I didn't get the stuff ready for that. Boy, I didn't get a lot of the stuff ready. I got a lot of the, I have to wait for it to craft things ready, but we'll take care of some of this off camera. So we're gonna want some Z-Logics, like 2 of them. I'm gonna need more zombie heads, like, pronto. But let's get at least the foundation, going for what's going to be needed here. So purified obsidian is what? Oh wow, that's a flawless calculator recipe. Well, that's a lot of things, huh? Draconium and, wait, what? Since I didn't know Reactor Controller was gated behind Draconium. Well, it's not really gated behind Draconium because all we need is Draconium dust for this, and that's totally doable. So yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. I should teach you how to do blaze dust, shouldn't I? What is your sag milling recipe? We get 4 of these, right? Nice. Sometimes 8, but 4 is what we should expect. So let's teach that to the sag mill recipe guy. Yeah, we have some things to do, but I'm going to start off the episode here, which I've already done, so I'm failing at that, by building the foundation for the whole thing, and then we'll kind of go from there. Cool. So let's get the foundation of our big reactor built. So that's going to be down here, right? And as a reminder, I said we're doing what's effectively a 5x5x7 interior, so that's going to be a 7x7x9 exterior, right? So we're going to start off with a reactor casing here, 2, and I'm just going to clear out all this cool stuff, and we're going to actually properly build our reactor that we're going to get. In case you weren't paying attention last episode, the reason we're doing this, 3, 4, 5, 6, is some of what we're going to need for Draconic Evolution, which is kind of what the next big mod I want to focus on is, will require decent amounts of cyanite. And the only good way to get that, 7, 8, is by actually running a reactor, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, are you just like chilling here? Yeah, you're not actually like doing anything for reals. And this is some distilled water. So if I wanted to, I could just kind of pop this here, and that's fine. So that's pretty much the reason I'm doing what I'm doing right now. It is the goal, effectively, is to get a big reactor running. Not so much for power, but for it's almost funny. It's kind of just like 3, 4, 5, 6. It's just like we did with whatchamacallit, the nuclear reactors from Industrial Craft. We need it more for the for the waste product of the fuel than we do for the power at this point. I mean, the nuclear reactors are making me UU matter, obviously, but you know, you get the idea, right? So let's do, in this mode, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. And then this guy should pretty much go straight up to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. So yeah, that's the main purpose of what I'm doing here. The other thing I might want to get to this episode, hopefully I'll be able to get my big reactor all done, and then we can work on something else. But the main goals here are to like fully automate the thing. I'm pretty sure this is, yeah. So this guy, I'm probably going to want to tap into our ME system here, and it's convenient that I've got this cable here. So I can just drop a P2P and we should be fine. So that should be cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll just build this out because I'm pretty confident in the proper numbers of things right now. So that's cool. There we go. And the main reason I'm focusing on getting all this up and running right now like this is because I want to fill this in with glass. So I want to get all the foundational stuff in first. All right, cool. So that's good. And then we'll probably also want to do, let's get our fuel rods. Well, extreme. So I've got these guys, the fuel rods. Did I not make reactor control rods? No, I kicked off the hop graphite part. That's right. Okay, cool. That's what I did. I kicked off the hop graphite part. Cool. So right in the center here, we're going to have you. So that's where our rods are going to go, our control rods. Cool. So let's go get that hop graphite stuff going. So we should have a bunch of coal dust. I think it was 320-ish. Is that about right? Wait, it should probably be under coke. Yeah, coke powder. It's not coal coke powder. It's just coke powder. Cool. And that all can kind of go into the squeezer. Nice. And that'll get me a bunch of hop graphite dust. And that should actually be a pretty quick processing going on. Sweet. Not bad at all. Yeah, that's not terrible. Now, if only the arc furnace worked this way, right? That would make me a happy dyer. So those are the 40 that we need, and then we'll get these smelted up. As you can see, I processed a bunch of yellorium and cyanite off camera, which is fun and exciting. I should probably get a drawer for maybe each of these, and I think I will. So let's go down here and get a drawer going. And I will also, because we want to store, you know, copious amounts. We're missing obsidian, huh? Actually, obsidian is made right about here. So now we should be able to make another one of these. Beautiful. Hey, you. Who said you could go in there? Key. Where is the key? There we go. Nice. So all this stuff can come out, and we'll get it all put away. You go into here, and you guys can go away for a minute. I'm going to put my hazmat suit stuff away. I shouldn't need that anymore, and I shouldn't need this guy anymore, and I probably don't need you either. Cool. There we go. Now, let's get our reactor control rods. Reactor control rods, check. All right, I have to turn those hop graphite things into stuff. And you know what else I'm going to need is 5 steel rods, right? Wait, were they regular steel rods? No, they're steel tough tool rods. Okay, cool. So the only way I can get those is with 432 buckets, so that's 3 steel. So we'll need to get 15 steel. Smelt it up in the thing outside. So you guys melt, right? Yeah, you're cool. And don't worry, those 5 steel rods I created will be fine. They'll be used at some point, I'm sure. There we go. 10 graphite electrodes. Check. And then we'll just need a tough steel rod. Let's just get 2 gold in here as well. Yeah, good. You guys didn't finish going yet. Because what I need is a tough steel rod. Let's do this. We'll make it out of... Oh, we already have a tough tool rod pattern. Cool. We just don't have a... So let's get some cobble. I may or may not have a decent amount of cobble. I do have enough. I turned a bunch of it into sand between episodes. So gold first. Cool. And then that should make my steel rods. Beautiful. All right. So I guess the next step, now that we're going to be able to get rods, right? The control rod things. I'm just going to get those steel rods, and then we'll get them placed with the Yellorium stuff. And then we're going to have to worry about the reactor port, the import access, the input-output of Yellorium, and the controller, and then we're pretty much good to go, right? So that should not be a terrible bit. I'll do a lot of the crafting of the components off camera for those two. And I'll just do like the, you know, come back and let you know how my progress is thing going on. But then we'll be pretty much ready to build our reactor. Nice. All right, so there's your reactor rods. Cool. They will go in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is a good way to do it. And then we can put these guys in, like so. Cool. And these were expensive to make. Make no mistake about that. But it's going to be worth it in the long run. Nice. All right, so that's a pretty nice looking reactor. And then we just get some glass, right? So all we need is reactor components and glass. And hopefully this won't be too painful to make. So I'm going to do this like stacks at a time, right? And what I'm going to do, I actually do want my wand after all. Cool. So that was about... Okay, so we're going to want at least another stack of that. Cool. Let's say that we're going to want our... So what I'll probably do is say... Let's put... here will be the reactor input and output stuff. And then we can stick our glass here. We're going to need a new builder's wand soon, huh? Cool. So that'll be your reactor input output stuff. The power tap, I will probably have centered on this thing. So let's see how much further we can get out of this. So we'll probably put our power tap like here. Now will that be in line vertically? Because imagine this is where you're going to run your power conduit, right? So technically our power conduit should go here. That's where our power tap will be. I knew that looked a little bit high. And then here can be our, whatchamacallit thing, the controller. Cool. And then we're just going to need a handful more of these reactor dudes. Are we out of reactor casings? Let's make like 20-ish more. That should be fine. So we're well on the way to having this up and running. Could have sworn I had more reactor casings. And I thought I had calculated how much I need, but I might have used a few somewhere along the line. It's not too bad to make 20 more. Unless I like left... there's a few in there, but... It's all good. All right, so next steps will be the controller, the input-output part, and the power output. So I'm going to get those crafting, and we will be back in just a minute. So you are HV capacitor, vibrant capacitor, MFSU, and power cell. Not terrible. All right, guys, so we've got a vibrant capacitor bank. We've got, and let's turn you off, battery. Stop taking my power. Give me my power back. Sneaky vibrant capacitor bank charging off my battery there. So those are part of them. How's this thing coming along? We get one more set. So I'm waiting on, looks like a few more empowered Restonia crystals, and then we'll be good to go with the MFSU. So that is the MFSU, the HP power, the vibrant capacitor, and the power cell are almost done. So I just have to wait on a couple more of these, and we'll be good to go. Nice. So that's definitely progress. So that'll be our power cell. For our controller, we needed... let's refresh our memory on what we need for the controller here. So we need control circuit, which is easy. I think that's a basic. No, circuit. Which one's this one? That should be quick to make, relatively, assuming everything's working down there, which it usually is. So a reactor controller. All I need now is just some purified obsidian, which is obsidian, reinforced obsidian, Lanzadelite, okie dokie, and draconium infused obsidian. So let's see that, oh, we get purified obsidian from our analyzing chamber? Hey, what's up? Never mind that craft, y'all. Let's put some reinforced stone into our system, because we've been using that lately. Like, all of it, please. I could probably get rid of these hand crank generators, probably get rid of these flawless swords. I've been just voiding stuff that, like, I really don't need to have on hand here. That's probably good. It's just like the occasional void stuff that I don't really need. Starch extractor, I don't even know what you do. So that should be a good amount of stuff to void. Cool. Are you guys done over there? Because that would be nice. Nice. Where's that MFSU? Boom, check. Nice. All right. So super close, but you guys should. Nice. Redstone power flux tap. Beautiful. You check. That saved me a lot of crafting steps, so I'm happy about that. And then the only other thing we need for our big reactor is a way to get reactor access port. So we're going to need 4 hoppers and 2 advanced ESDs, which require an ESD, which requires a couple wood casings. Let's do that. 1. Let's get more hoppers, like 10. 2. So those 2 ESDs will now turn into 2 advanced ESDs, with the courtesy of 2 advanced coils and some Restonia crystals. Let's just get like 10 of you and 10 coils, because that's way more than, well, we only need really 2 coils, so that'll be fine. Go coils, go. Nice. And then you can be used here and here. And I'm pretty sure I hit one of these with a wrench or something to turn to output mode, or maybe it's on the UI now. But that should be everything for our big reactor now, guys. So I can remove you. I can remove you. So we'll put our controller here. We'll put our power port here. And you guys are going to be our input outputs. And it doesn't really matter which one's which. So you can be outlet mode, so that's cool, right? So Yellorium will go into the green one and output to the blue one. And then we just need a little bit more reactor glass. Reactor glass. Thought I made more reactor casings, but maybe just not enough. Really? That's it? So how many more do I need here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-ish more reactor glass. So let's get like 8 more. Start that up. That shouldn't take too long. So we'll be back in a minute when it's done. There, there we go. So let's do like 5 more of these. Perfect. Nice. Okay, cool. So then we're going to want an export and an import bus. We're going to want a P2P cable. And let's get our memory card programmed with this guy. Boom. Yeah, a little bit of a rendering glitch there, but I think it's still working. We'll find out. So down in here, we're going to want to pop into this wall. Right? And hopefully... Wow, that's a lot of applied energistic stuff. Export bus is ready, P2P tunnel's ready, import bus is ready. Nice. So we'll set this up to import bus. So let's put our P2P here first. Cool. We'll load this up, and then we can do our import bus here, our export bus here, and some smart cabling here. And then we get Yellorium. Nice. And you can see the Yellorium filling up in there. Beautiful. Now this thing will take a minute to fill up all the way because we actually have to put like a decent amount of Yellorium inside of it to like get it all filled up, as you can see. But we will definitely be exporting it faster than we're using it. Nice. All right, cool. So that is a reactor that should, in theory, at this point, turn on. Let's see. Boom. Nice. So we've got a huge amount of core heat, which is to be expected because we didn't put any coolant in there yet. And we're using a good fuel burn up there rate, and we're producing, wow, nice, not bad. 6,200-ish RF a tick. Nice. And if we wanted to, we could get some conduit. Let's get 30 more of you, please. You guys can go away. What are you waiting on? You're crafting a bunch of stuff. Is this enough? 8? It probably will be if I don't misclick. Hey, in my defense, these things are hard to click. Now I want to get Enderium in there, but that should totally help. Nice. Now, to be fair, we know this fully, right? But, you know, we don't need this power yet. We're going to be amping up some stuff, which will make this power more useful. But the main purpose, again, that I'm doing this for is the conversion of cyanite. So basically, oh, I think we just saw some show up. Did you see that little tinge of blue there for a sec? So we're at 221 cyanide ingots right now. And we should be getting an ingot, I don't know, at a decent rate. The rate at which fuel is fissioned into waste in the core. So it's at 2 millibuckets. Cool. I don't know what a millibucket to an ingot is. I think it's 1,000, and I think we'll see that. So let's see real quick. Cyanite 222. Boom, it just transferred. So cyanite 223. Okay, cool. So that's actually running a lot quicker than I thought. Maybe he's tweaked some of the settings of how big reactors run in the configs, I'm not sure. But we're actually producing a lot more waste a lot more quickly than I thought we would, based on the way I designed my reactor and based on what the reactor thing told me it would be. So that's actually kind of cool. I don't know if I want to stick with that or if I want to put Enderium in there. So if I put Enderium in there, it will do two things. It'll mean we're generating more power, but probably less waste, I would expect. So that's kind of a question I want one now. Because one of the main things I made this for was for the purposes of, you know, getting lots of stuff, like cyanite stuff. But I also feel like we should be doing something along the lines of, see, like we have tons of Yellorium. Like a stupid amount of Yellorium. I don't know if like we have to worry about it. But I also want to be able to like ramp stuff up, right? Like, let me get a few octadic capacitors here. Because I'd like to increase the speed of, like, these guys. The spawners. I might want, in addition to that, we'll see, but I might want some doubles. Because we might want to do some math around what we actually want to upgrade there. But I can even upgrade, you know, this guy into a tier 4 now if I wanted to. Like, he's a tier 3. If I wanted a Void Miner tier 4, what would be involved in that? Just some nether stars. Doesn't look too bad. Some mica. So those are things we might want to upgrade now that we're going to have access to more power gen. And like I said, this should be somewhere around 16,000 RF a tick once I actually put liquid Enderium in there. Alright, back in a sec as I make a decision around what I want to do. So I'm pretty sure 5 stacks of ender pearls so it's 4 ender pearls per bucket of liquefied ender pearl, which should cool my reactor a little bit. So I'll let this stuff cook. And where I want this to actually go, let's turn you off for a sec, because what I'd like to do is get that into a tank of some kind. This guy holds what? So I need 20 buckets worth. You hold 16, so you're not terrible. Buckets, please. Buckets, buckets, buckets. And let's get a fluid conduit if I have one. Pressurized fluid conduit? I have literally one. So that'll do. Cool. So you guys should all pretty relatively quickly manage to turn into some liquefied ender, and then we'll be good to go. So while that's cooking, let's just check out. You know what else I wanted to do today? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on increasing this thing's productivity, because he's just taking far too long. So curiously, if I got one of these chiseled fluid bit tanks, how do you work in terms of, do I need the chiseled bit thing in my inventory or not? Because chiseled bits will be a really nice way to get lots of items. So I just right click on you and I get stacks and stacks of items. Well, that's cool. Interesting. Can I put you back in, or do I just keep getting stacks? Wow, that is quite quick. So if I could get proper item transfer at a good speed, do we have... We do have item translocators. Ooh, now we're talking. Now, can you translate into a storage crate for me real quick? Will you be able to do this, you think? So I can't put you, so this doesn't have an item transfer outputter. But what if we had a mechanical user? Generic click, always on. Place block, use item on block. Oh, hello. Redstone on. That's kind of cool. Okay. And now we wanted to, let's say, transfer you. Because these guys have always been, like, stupidly fast, right? How do I actually place you on something, though? Item translocator? Why you... Okay, you can go there. But why can't you go on the side of that block? It's weird that you can't go on the side of this thing. Alright. Thinking. Just curious if this... So he does connect item conduiting to him. Can I set you on the east to extract always active and on the up to insert? Oh, I can. Ooh. Ooh, now that's interesting. So you transfer out. So what if I put... I have an idea. I have an idea. Nobody panic. But this might be a cool idea. You are 8 out of 8 channels, but we've got 9 out of 32 left here, right? What's going on? We're using 18. All right, so we should have channels available here. What if... Now, bear with me. What if we set up a nifty little thing here? You are what? 1 of 8 channels? Where can I put this that it makes sense? Let's get cabling. Emmy smart cables. I'm going to need a few more of these. We've got some. Let's void these guys as well. Zoinks. See you later. So what if we did a nifty little setup? We've got a reservoir over here, right? So this might be a good place to put this. But what if we put you? And real quick, I got that. And we put a storage bus on top of it. Right? Would you be able to see all the bits in there? I don't know if this is where I want it to live. I'm might want this. Let's come up with like a better location because that's just like a lot of wiring. I gotta have another place that has a water reservoir. Where else do I have a water reservoir that I could tap into easily? I've got one over here. This is kind of my mechanism room, so I don't know if I want, you know, this to be where I put it, but I do have cabling like right and easy access to this location. If I put, now, you know, just for the sake of curiosity, if I put, can you connect to that dude? Apparently not. So how can I autofill you? Do I need to use conduits, fluid conduits? Isn't it fused quartz that I use for item conduits? Or fluid conduits, I mean? Yeah. Just get a handful of these real quick. Go ahead, fused quartz. Right. Weird that you're being funny about that, but oh well, you're cool. What if I put you... Just want to test this, right? Extract, always active, into here. Yeah, how can I automate getting water in there? Yeah, see, he doesn't even want to connect. Well, at least not to the bottom. So what we might need to do is set up a bucket right-clicking machine. All right, so follow along with this logic. You ready? What if we were to put this here, and this fills up with water nice and quick because of reservoir, right? So he's nice and filled up with water. And then we had a mechanical user that was set with item conduits. A nice and simply small amount of them, which we could do even here and here, and we'll do, and we'll want to filter this probably, so let's get a couple filters. We might be getting a little bit long in the tooth with this episode, but we'll get there. So you will extract on green, always active, only full buckets of water, and you will insert on brown. Okay, and you will extract on brown, always active, only empty buckets of water, and you will insert on green. So what I would do is put, let's say, 4 buckets in here. Okay, yeah, you're clicking already. Stop, 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 stop. Stop flooding. It's working! It's working a little too well. Whoops. But yes, that's what I want to see, right? And then we put this dude here, and we will put you on use item on block. Now, if I set you to that's cool. So that's pretty quick, and we're not crashing the game yet, so that's also a good sign, right? So what if we had a P2P connector here? Which I crafted. Oh no, you're not supposed to be doing that. Stop that. Stop that. Don't get chiseled bits. Stop getting chiseled bits. Yeah, I don't want you getting chiseled bits. How can I force you? So what I could do is this. Upper left slot only? Now, why are you all of a sudden being a misbehavior? Yeah, see, I don't want you to actually pick up chiseled bits. Alright, so let's just do this. Let's say that you can only insert empty buckets, and you're extracting on brown. So just because it will be uncommon, that it won't be super uncommon, but it'll be relatively uncommon, that will get bits. So let's set up a trash can here that is set to south. Insert on brown, bits only. So now you should only insert bits on brown. Right? So let's see what happens now when I activate block with item. And then let's set you on the north, extract to have speed upgrades. So I guess he'll only activate? And I don't know, it's a little bit weird the way it's working. But it is kind of working. So what if we put our P2P channel down now? Let's just see if we can get this to go. You can memory module load. And then we'll want a storage bus here. Now I did put some bits inside the system as I was doing this. So we've got 4096 chiseled bits of water. That's kind of a lot. So that's interesting. We're going to want to configure you to be extract only, I presume. Now what if we came over to here and we ran some cabling down? Now we might, I'm going to remove this. I'm going to run this cable down here. No, I'm going to run it just to make it look a little bit nicer. Basically, I'm thinking I want my interface here, told to keep water bits in stock. Even do like that many. So to do that, we'll probably want to run this guy down like so. Now once you online, nice, cool. Now how fast can item translocators do what I want to do? Well, that's pretty quick. But now you're ready for this? Pretty sure it goes on this one. Yeah, that's fast. That's really fast. That seems to be killing it. Now what's going on over here is what I want to know. You're probably getting drained out, and then you get refilled. Nice. What if I gave you a few speed upgrades? We don't have the stuff for it right now, but you get the idea. So that's actually, I think that's working. I like it. I think that works really well. That is kind of cool. That should rapidly increase the rate at which we're producing singularities. This is going up by a huge amount, by the way. So that's cool. And I definitely think if I speed upgrade, let's do gold. I mean, I've got enough that I can throw a stack in here, but we'll do 32 for now just to be a little bit nice about it. Where's my resonator? Where did I put my resonator? There he is. Oh good, I've got speed upgrades in there. Let's just do like 4 of these. This shouldn't be too hard. So if I threw speed upgrades into you, you should click more quickly now. See how much click, like it's clicking it faster? Nice. That works really well. All right, so that's working, so I'm just going to leave it. And that's going to, I mean, really, that is fast. All right, wrapping up point. Direwolf 20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Next episode, automating turning these with an explosion into the little things. I don't think you guys need to see me do the thing with this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should have cleared out this. Yes, completely empty. You're completely empty, and now you're good. I'm gonna go put... How much cyanite did we produce since we started this thing? Not bad, 100 ingots. Wow, then. That's cool. All right, so here's my plan. Between episodes, I'll fill in the liquefied ender pearls in the big reactor, just so we're being efficient with power. So I'm gonna turn you off for the moment, and I'm just gonna let it run, whether we need power or not, because I'm not worried about generating power as much as I am about making cyanite. So we've produced a lot already, and I'll put Enderium in there so that the power we're getting is, you know, maximized out. But I will also, and I now have access to this thing up here, which is kind of nice. The other thing I'll do is I'll keep in mind, hey, if I start getting low on cyanite, I can just come in here and remove the Enderium. And guess what? All of a sudden the reactor's going to run hot again, and we're going to be producing more and more cyanite. Cool. So for now, Direwolf 20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll be back next time to automate more and hopefully be able to get started on Draconic soon. Again, reminder, everything we're doing right now is in preparation for the large amount of resources that we're going to need to automate once we get into Draconic Evolution. All right, guys, take it easy.